What's good, family? K-Mo's Fit Channel. So we back with another video. Got the physique showing. We just out here enjoying the mountain view, living life, man. But I want to get on here, man, because another Sunday coming up, and it's another reset day for me, right? With my son not being here with me, these really week and a half now, it's really been weighing heavy on me, right? And it's been causing me to be in my thoughts, and these thoughts have been causing me to take certain actions, right, that are not aligned with my standards, right? One of my standards being, 198 pounds shredded, right? But I'm out here, man. I'm out in the park. I'm out here getting this video up and recorded for you guys because I wanted to talk to you because, a lot of times we self-sabotage, right? And it doesn't seem like we're doing these things. It seems like we're just kind of going with the flow, right? It's like second nature. But a lot of times we're ruining the progress that we have. And I'm speaking to this past Wednesday because the current recording of this video is Saturday, right? And this past Wednesday was my weigh-in day, and I weighed in at almost 250, right? 247, right? 246.9 or something. And being that heavy, it's like I still look all right? My physique still looking decent, but it's like, what do you really want to do, right? What are you really going to do, right? Are you going to continue to settle for mediocrity and fucking, continue to watch that scale go up and up and up just because you have excuses now, right? You don't have your son with you. You have a little conflict between, you and his mom, because I tell you, man, as fathers, it's hard on us because it's like, we playing the good guy, bad guy, right? If mom feels the type of way, she feel like you might have did her away, she's going to want that child to feel how she feels. She's going to want that child to go through that pain that she felt, right? And it's hard for us as fathers because we don't want our children to feel that pain, right? They don't want to feel that pain. And it's like, mom's going to do any and everything to feed her narrative, and I hate that I have to put my son through that, man, because, just watching him grow this past year and, really formulating to, him becoming a man, right? Because as kids, as little boys, it's like that switch doesn't flip on, right? And when it does, it's like you have to be strategic with that, right? And you have to treat that mind a certain way. And you have to show them things. Like I like to show my son a lot of conflict resolution skills, right? And no shade, but his mother doesn't have those type of skills, right? Everything is emotional and pain and blaming and why people did this to me and why are you doing that to me, right? Instead of, taking accountability and moving forward, because he's not going to have that luxury, right? To say people did this or people did that to me. Right. He's going to have to take accountability, and he's going to be accountable for things that he didn't even do, right, himself. But as he grows, he's going to see that. Right. And as I think to, going into Sunday and just going back into my routine, man, or being in the routine, it's like it's easy to get thrown off. Right. I'm sleeping later. Right. I might be scrolling a little bit more when I really don't feel like getting up and getting active. I really don't have to, right? I don't have nothing to do. I make my own schedule, right? At least with him here, I would have to get up and take him to school. So that would force me to go to the gym, right? It would force me to come out and walk. So it's like, it's up to me, right? And everything is back on me. And that's a heavy, heavy pressure as fathers because, of course we want to be able to carry that burden, and we don't want our family to feel that pain. But it's like, who's there for us, right? Who's going to pick us up when we feeling down? Who's going to, help us through those times where we want to just end it all, right? But we want to have our head exploded, but, we don't want to take the risk because we don't want to end up surviving and being a vegetable, right? And being worthless and nothing to your family, to your kids, just there. And then watching you just rot and deteriorate because you tried to do something selfish, right? And take yourself away. So now I just really have to pour into myself, right? And it's hard. It's a constant battle with vices, right? It's a constant daily battle with, your thoughts. It's a constant daily battle with your feelings. It's a constant daily battle with things outside of yourself. So for me, controlling everything that's within me is a big piece, right? Um, and I think going into Sunday tomorrow, it's going to be a reset for me. Like I do each week. I might go to the pool. Definitely gonna get some videos up. Like I'm recording this video for you guys um, to drop tomorrow. Right? We already got a video up today. It's like I'm trying to keep myself busy, man, because I'm in my thoughts, man. And I don't want to get too in detail here, but it's like my son just leaving and he's already fighting so many things, right? Like him going and his mom is telling him things that aren't true, right? Based on her feelings, right? And it's like I can see him in that tub and it hurts her, his mom, to have him wanting to come and spend time with me because she doesn't want him to be. She wants him to feel like she feels about me, right? Um, and for him to want to come back, right, to be crying and say that he misses dad, that stuff weighs heavy on me, man, because it's like, you know, I don't want him to feel that pain, man. And going through the courts don't really care, right? The courts want their peace. They want that constant battle back and forth to be in front of the courtroom so they can continue to rule and rule and rule, right? I found these motions months ago, right? Like 9 months ago. And we just now, getting stuff shown on the motion. So it's like to have to fight to be in your child's life, man. And for you to be in that child's life, right? Doing everything you physically can. It's so many obstacles. And, that's just life in general, man. Any decision that we make, right? If we're going to get in there, we're going to bust that nut. We're going to have that kid. We got to be accountable for those decisions. And it's like, what are you going to do, man? Because years and years down the road, right? Some decision you made one night, you might have been drunk. You might have been in your thoughts, in your feelings, can last a lifetime, right? Minimum 18 years. And it's like, what are you guys going to do, man? We have to be very, very specific and strategic about the results that we want in our life, guys. And we have to go out there and get it every single day. Like me, I have no problems getting to the gym. I have no problems getting out here, getting my steps in. But it's the nutrition piece. It's the late night snacking. It's the wanting to go back and drink. It's the smoking the weed. It's the beating my meats late night with so many different things on my mind, right? It's the little bitty things that compound over time that are slowly keeping us away from our standards, right? And I want to move closer to my standards, right? And that's why I have to have these reset days. And you guys should take days to reset as well, because you have to reset your thoughts. You have to reset your habits. You have to reset your mind, right? And keep the end goal in the front of your mind, right? Like that 198-pound Mo, shredded Mo, that has the time freedom, that has the financial freedom, that has the everything freedom to be able to do anything he wants, right? Whenever he wants. That Mo with his kids, that's not a care in the world. That Mo, he thinks about things differently, right? He's not stressing over what the baby mamas is saying to the child, right? Because that relationship with the child is so locked in. But he built that relationship, right? Through time, through action. And that's just what it's gonna take, man. That's what's gonna take. And it's like, if we haven't put in that time hasn't passed, we haven't put in that action yet. It's like we think we're so far away from the result. Like I feel like I'm so far away from 198 pounds shredded, but I'm not. I'm 240, 250 with a fucking, pack showing, looking decent, looking all right, right? I get so many compliments every single day. And it's like, I don't see it, right? Because I'm striving for so much more. And it's like, you guys got to get outside of yourself and know that you already shifting into that identity. You're already moving forward into your purpose, into your standards. But you pulling yourself away by the decisions that you're making, right? Falling back into those old habits, those old vices of drinking, or old vices of smoking, of beating your meats, right? All of those things that are keeping you farther and farther away. And it's like, you're doing it because your subconscious knows that once you shift into that identity, once you shift into your standards and be your walking billboard for your standards, then it's going to be a whole bunch more around you, right? So you have to get your mental and yourself prepared for that stuff right now, because, man, the amount of demons and things that's going to come at me when I'm at that standard of 198 pounds is going to be 10 times more than what it is right now at, 249, 248, 247. right? Whatever I am right now, 247 on Wednesday. But it's like, what's going to come with getting to that standard, man, is 10 times more than what I'm at now. So if I'm thinking this shit is hard and this shit is stressful, then I got to lock in even more and I got to do more, right? I got to put myself through more pain, more struggle. And that's why I beat my body up, right? I do these things every single day to make sure that my standards get closer and closer, even though I'm pulling them away, right? It's like a constant fight. It's like a loop, right? That I spoke about. And it's like a constant fight, man. And it's like, just keep digging, keep going closer and closer, keep pulling that rope, man. One step at a time, get closer and closer to your standards, but you got to control your vices. And that's the hardest thing, because it feels so good, man, to eat that bullshit. It feels so good to make excuses and say, since my son's not here, I don't have to wake up early. Since my son's not here, I don't have to, keep my word to myself. I can drink a little bit because he's not going to see me, right? But all of that stuff is going to compound in my actions, in my thoughts, and my feelings that I'm going to have on a daily basis. It's going to change how my brain has already been working, right? And it's been working for me. So I just want to come on here real quick, man. K-Mo's Fit channel. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, man, hit me on IG. But make sure you get a reset, right? Reset every single week. Keep your standards in mind every single day, right? Write them down, put them in many places for you to see, and hold yourself accountable, man, every single day. And all you can do is get 1% better. So we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.